All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Call Loyim La Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakodash. A double honors the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing the work in truth and in sincerity. All right, this lesson, I kind of want to go into the spirit, but I did have a title for it, you shall know them by their fruits. All right, and that's dealing with that scripture. Let's get it real quick. Okay. I had a few words for what took place, last weekend, the ISUPK versus IUIC, and it kind of stirred my spirit up as I, just reflected on it, and just overall seeing the overall state of Israel is, is to say the least, man, is Jake is in a really fucked up state. I'll just say it like that. I'll just be candid and just say it like that, Jake is not in order, Jake ain't in order. And you can thank the leadership for that, Jake don't apply the scriptures. Jake ain't spiritual, and they pot shot and they do little shit for contention's sake, You start to find out, man, these groups, you about to find out who the Lord is dealing with, You're about to find out who the Lord is dealing with, okay? Salaki, so let me see if I can get that. Let's see if it pops up. Here we go. Yeah, man, and that's why it's important. Let me see, because I pulled up this precept, Colossians 3:12. It says, put on, therefore, as the elect of God, holy. All right. Holy meaning simply meaning to be separate. All right. You Christians say sanctified, but they say sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost, right? They really don't understand what that means, but holy meaning to be separated. All right. And beloved, bowels of mercies, all right, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. And, when you overall look at these groups, man, these camps, a lot of them are puffed up because of the knowledge, a lot of them are puffed up because of the ego, them portraying them to be somebody, the real somebody is Yahweh Shai. And he's going to be the one that's standing and, proud. Nobody's going to be, and people going to be humbled at his appearance, man, because he's the only one that really has the right to be proud, Yahweh Shai, man. And that's why we as servants in this ministry of ours, all right, no matter what group you tied to, you're supposed to be following Yahweh Shai. And you find out that these individuals are not applying, the instructions that Yahweh Shai has given us. You had the elder apostles, make videos on the situation that just occurred with ISUPK and IUIC. We're supposed to be babes, man. And, we're not supposed to be involved in that rah-rah that, I call it the World Wrestling Federation type spirit, All right, the WWF, before they changed it, to WWE, whatever, But, Jake is in that, they're not in the right spirit, man. And it's important to put on, that's where it says right here, Colossians 3:12, put on therefore as the elect of God. as the chosen of God. The chosen men are going to be the ones that follow him. And that's, following his instruction. Okay. The Lord said he was going to send us as sheep before wolves among wolves. He also told us that, that we're supposed to be, harmless as sheep, and wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. Excuse me. All right. So that's supposed to be our spirit in these times, man. Prayerful, praying that we enter not into temptation. And these guys are failing, and and it's important to watch what's going on and watch certain spirits that's catching these individuals, these camps, that's on these camps. Because a lot of it is not the spirit of Yahawashi. All right? It's completely opposite of Yahawashi, man. And then it's not just to throw stones. We all want our people to get right. We want, collectively, we should be in a mindset, of all our people getting right. But that's just not going to happen. That's just not the truth. Somebody got to fulfill the prophecy of, like certain prophecies of, the Lord, where it says, Lord, Lord, have not we prophesied, casted out demons, and the Lord say, what? I have not known thee, get away from me, so to speak, you don't have people, individuals who fulfill that prophecy. All right. So again, Colossians 3:12, put on therefore as the elect of God. So act like you're the chosen. You know what I'm saying? What is a one that's chosen? What is their character? What is their conduct? And it's going to go into it. It says, in beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Yahawashi, it explained who he was in Isaiah 53. Before he was to come, it explained what he was about. It explained his spirit. He was full of meekness. All right. It says forbearing one another. All right. They don't mean attack one another because of chair or whatever the case may be. I don't know, the story is deeper than that. I know it ain't just happen off a chair. You cannot be antagonizing one another. This is not what we're supposed to do, but we Israel. All right. We Israel, so we all over the place. Jake doing all type of shit. They're vain as hell. We really have to get right, man. All right, before you get left. Okay, you gotta get right before you get left. All right, you want to be right with the Lord in the spirit. And follow what he's saying. We got little clues to how to please the Lord, man. If that, and it involves not wearing the hat while you prophesy. All right, the Sakari, Alazar. All right, that's what it means, man. Little stuff like that, man. It's all about, it's centered around obedience. And that's what it's supposed to be, above all things, all right? Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Hamashiach forgave you, so also do ye. So we don't hold no grudges. We are not women. We don't hold any grudges. We forgive, all right? And we carry on in the spirit of meekness, all right? Period, point blank, man. We really don't hold no grudges. I don't hold no grudges against anyone, because I don't want Yahawashi to reject me because he died. Jake don't understand. He died for sinners. He died for people who are just outright hated him. All right. And he died for them. All right. And that's the same mind that's in Yahawashi is supposed to be in us, man. you know, all right? And he's leaving us, the clues, the instructions on how to be, you know, all right? But this ain't nothing new under the sun. Jake always been this way. And until the Lord come to correct it, they're going to always be that way. All right? And above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. All right? So you're doing things, all right, for others just plainly off sheer will. All right? That is perfection. Okay? And when we go out and prophesy and give this word and prophesy unto the wind, that is the main charity. But of course, all right, well, that's what we're called to do anyway, really. That's our reasonable service, going out there on the highways, byways, prophesying, letting our people know what's to come before it comes. All right. There's charity, things that you do outside of that, for other men, women, what have you, that believe on Yahweh Shai. That is what gives you brownie points, so to speak. That's what storing your treasures in heaven is all about, charity. All right, and let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body. We're supposed to be in one body, and be ye thankful. So I know a lot of individuals, they deal with the unity camps. But bro, y'all not in unity if y'all don't believe the same thing. All right? That's just like, I remember as a kid, running with my friends. We were all in the same mind, like just having fun, doing whatever, But this now we're in the truth. Now I'm in the truth. We're running together to do what's right in the Lord, So if part of me growing is taking orders and being under one, one mindset, that I'm gonna do what I have to do to maintain that. All right. Verse 15, it says, and let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful. All right, be ye thankful. Okay. And a lot of Jake murmuring because of their position in this earth and their condition in this earth. Look, we deserve a lot of the shit that we're going through. And when you look at Israel as a whole, even now, you see the shit that they're doing. You be like, yeah, I understand why now. Understand why the Lord put it on us so bad, because we're a fucking wicked ass nation, man. We a wicked ass people, man. And that's a hard pill to swallow, but that's what the fuck it is, man. Jake is fucking wicked, man. And we was called in this truth to be different men, to be better men, to grow. Above all things, man, grow. To be a better person, to be a more keen person, to understand the history, to understand the transgressions, and to have sorrow and to have shame. It's okay to be shameful about bullshit. It's okay to be shameful about wicked shit that you do. And nothing wrong with that. All right. Verse 16, let the word of Hamashiach dwell in you richly in all wisdom. That's why the scriptures talk about give attendance to reading. We have to read to understand. We have to read to have faith. All right. Teaching and admonishing. All right. Warning. Teaching and warning one another in psalms and hymns and in spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord. So what if we get on the camp about wearing hats when the scriptures tell you Paul, who was invigorated by the Spirit, who was taught by Yahweh Shai, he wasn't saying things just on a whim. If he told us not to wear hats, if he told a man not to grow long hair, It was for a fucking reason, man. And we can't sit up here and make an excuse because we're insecure about, our being. It's all about, slacking. It's all about being in order, man. It's all about following orders of Yahweh Shai, the Spirit. And he speak through men. Period, man. And I heard Alizé talk about, GMS taught him how to taught him how to hate everybody. There's a reason behind that, because everybody ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing in the spirit. Those individuals are against the spirit, fighting against the spirit. That's why the Lord had the spirit on them to call out certain individuals. All right, the scriptures say it, man. Where are we at, man? Come on now, man. And Salakia, this lesson really was, I really just wanted to go in the spirit on this one, man. Matthew 7:16, it says, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes or thorns or figs of thistles? All right. And it says in the NLT, it says you can identify them by their fruit. That is, by the way they act. Can you pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? All right. So you're going to know who they are by the way they fucking act. All right. So that ISUPK versus IUIC, is that what the fuck? Is that what the spirit is telling us how to act? No. Should they have called the police? Fucking no. All right. And I'm really not I really don't care about the detail. It happened because you shall know them by their fruits. All right. Okay. I could tell you what I would have done in that situation. The cops wouldn't have been called. The men would have been calmed down. We would have talked it out. All right. And the Lord loves that when you're able to hash out situations like that in the spirit of meekness, in the spirit of humility, bro. Yeah, we said some fucked up things. Yeah, we're men. All right. We're going to fuck up. We're going to be less than grandeur. I'm okay with that because I'm not in that new body. We're not in that new covenant as of yet. All right. I'm okay with that. All right. So verse 17, even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. And these leaders in these camps, man. All right. They got a lot of blood on their hands, man. And they're not teaching their men. A lot of this shit that they doing is spiteful. All right. It's the groups. All right. Is going in that spiteful spirit of these men that's ruling and leading them. All right. Now, one thing I could say about our elders, man. Okay. They ain't, men who hold grudges. All right. And who just spout out. They do it to the best of their ability according to the scriptures, man. And that's one thing I've noticed. To the best of their ability. If they're wrong, I'm sure, they're sincere. If you're sincerely wrong, then, you don't get as much stripes, All right. So they was wrong banging on what these camps say. They say they're banging on camps by correcting them. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be correcting Jake and letting them know their transgressions, right? So I'm going to hit these last point. I made footnotes, referencing precepts. So all right, so okay, cool. We coming close to knowing the men of the Lord. All right, because everybody want to know who right, who wrong, and we getting close. Damn it, we getting close. All right. We getting close to knowing who the men are, and it's gonna be through their conduct. Because what? They shall know that they're his disciples because of the love. Let me see. Let me do it like this. Like it was one another. All right. Right. So John 13 and 33. Little children. Why the Lord referred to us as little children? Because that's what the hell we have to be as children. All right? Okay? It says, yet a little while I am with you. Ye shall seek me. And as I said unto the Jews, whither I go, ye cannot come. So now I say to you, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. As I have loved you. He washed the feet of the disciples, man. And it's crazy because Jay can't even take the low. We through as a nation, man, but the elect, man, is going to have an undying love, man. And that's what we need. We need a remnant of individuals who are in one mind, all right, who are not ragtag, the World Wrestling Federation miscreants, all right, who can hash out problems through their civility, all right, through their humility, okay? It says, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. Where's the love? Where's love, Jay? Where's love? Right? We gotta have love. All right. And that ain't just, oh, I got love because he's my brother. No. All right. We gotta be in the same mind. Nothing that we believe in should differentiate. Nothing that we believe in should be different. All right? Okay? And the love that we have is what the Lord say. If a brother asks you to go this amount, you're supposed to go twain. You're supposed to go above and beyond for your brothers. Charity. Okay? All right? And it's taking the low. It's having humility. It's, because it's important. All right? It's very important, man. All right? So, yeah, man. What else do I have? All right. You see the righteousness of the Pharisees and scribes. So it's a lot. Well, y'all know I'm under the weather, so that don't even matter. All right, this is what the Lord said about the Pharisees. We want to be above the bullshit. All right. So we got the examples of what not to be. Okay. Because what? The Pharisees and scribes, they were heavy on, they was heavy hypocrites. Okay. They were heavy hypocrites in Yahushua's time. All right. And so the Lord said this, and we can apply it to our time. I don't know what just happened. Okay, cool. All right. This is Matthew 5:18. For verily I say unto you, 19. Matthew 5:19, not 18. Whosoever therefore, wait a minute. 20. Matthew 5:20. For I say unto you. Oh, well, you know what? All of it applies from verse 18 because they were telling Jake to keep the law, but they were breaking it. All right? They were breaking it. And what do you see with these groups? They're telling Jake to keep the law, but they breaking it. They breaking the most important part of the law. And the Lord said that too, was mercy. All right? I forget exactly how it goes. But the most important principle they were breaking. And that's what Jake is doing. All right, Matthew 5:18, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass one jot or one tittle, shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Okay, and you got guys screaming about the law, the law, the law, the law, this, the law, that. But they don't even understand the whole principle was centered around faith and mercy, man. All right. Verse 19, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. All right. For I say unto you, here's the point, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees who were hypocrites. All right, hint, hint. Okay, those who being hypocrites. You got those that's hypocrites and those who have the humility to acknowledge faults and to change what the fuck they doing, rather than just putting on this whole facade as if some great person. All right, I ain't got to point them out. We already know who they are. Right? It says, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right? Except you exceed the righteousness of these hypocrites, scribes and Pharisees. Not all of them were wicked. All right? You have righteous Pharisees and scribes, okay? I'm thinking Nicodemus, I'm not sure if I'm right though. If I'm wrong, correct me. But the majority of them, I'll just say the elite of them, the chiefest of them, they were hypocrites. And we have to be better. We have to abstain from evil. We have to love our brothers. We have to be in one mind. All right? We have to be meek. We have to be humble. We have to take the low. All right? Yahushua didn't do railing for railing, as it says about him in Isaiah 53. All right? Hey, with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close out right here. Until next time, I say shalom.